All right. 22 Magnum, boys and girls. Hickok 45 here with an LCR in 22 Magnum. That's a first for me. I have not fired one until this week in 22 Magnum. One of you suggested it after we did the 22 long rifle version, and I thought, good idea. So yep, they chambered in 22 Magnum. I think I might have kind of forgotten about that. And pretty cool, pretty cool. So it only holds 6. Yeah, 246. That's the downside. I would have been, well, I guess I was expecting it to be chambered for 8 rounds. But yeah, a little more power, and I don't know. You wouldn't think it would matter that much. But it is a hefty little round. The 22 Magnum, a little controversial, I guess, in a lot of ways. There are people who really assign a lot of, I don't know, merit to this cartridge, maybe more than you do, in terms of even self-defense. You know, people will, you could do a lot worse than that, and we'll talk about how really ballistically it's not all that different in terms of foot-pounds of energy than a 38 special, all that. And I'm not going to get into all that, but it is a pretty potent little cartridge. And because it's a 22 Magnum, I've always felt like it was more reliable than just a regular 22 long rifle. Not because it's a Magnum, it's more powerful necessarily, but you just always get the feeling that these little cartridges are maybe made better. There's a little bit more care goes into them. And yeah, with 22 long rifle, we go out and plink them away. At least we used to, right, when they were cheap. But these are just a little different, even though they're rimfire. And these are Federal, by the way. I have 1 box left of them. And we appreciate the help from Federal too, of course. So Federal championed 22 Win Mag. All right, so the LCR is no big secret. It's we've had them here. Gosh, we've done one 38 special, I think 9mm, right? Yeah, did I dream that? What else? We've not done a 357 mag, I guess. We've done the 22 long rifle. So we've done several of these, and they're just interesting little firearms. I have the 22 long rifle that I own. They have really nice grips. Okay, they're a little bigger than the boot grip of a Smith & Wesson, of course, but for shooting, especially something with a little bit of punch to it, it really feels good. It's a Hogue Tamer grip, and that makes them really really shootable. They're a very unusual firearm. Like I said, the secrets is there's no secret anymore about these. You've seen them, you've held them, most of you have fired one, many of you own them of some variety. So you know exactly what you're talking about here, and even the feel of it. And you also even know about the trigger. The trigger in the Ruger is kind of an interesting trigger. It doesn't stack, and even though there's no cocking it, you can kind of tell when it's ready to break. And you can do a pretty good job of I guess target shooting, you could say, right? It's a really hot day, excuse me, very hot. But it's a gun that most people really like, and I kind of like them myself, tell you the truth. If it's going to be a pocket carry, I kind of prefer a Smith with a boot grip, because the extra size of the grip does create a little bit of a problem for me. But these are just really nice firearms, and it is available in this caliber. I just want to make sure you're aware of it, and just take a few shots with it and bring it to you. We're not going to do anything too astounding. You can check out the ballistics and determine for yourself what you think about a 22 Magnum. I'm not going to prove one way or the other that it's the ultimate self-defense cartridge, or it's the lamest self-defense cartridge. As I say often, it beats a sharp stick. Okay, I do have a couple of larger containers here. Let's see what it'll do to this container of detergent, and I guess it's all in there. At least it says it is. So now it's not going to explode. Well, we'll see what happens. I bet that 2-liter will, though. Yeah, oh, it attacked me. Let's see what it'll do to a pot. Let's see if we can smoke a pot right here. Yeah, that's not bad, pot smoker. Click, 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 click. Thought I had just fired 5. Got to count your rounds now. Let's see, I gotta save those because I hand load 22 Magnum, don't you? Just kidding. One of the nice things about it is it's a fairly potent little cartridge, but you don't get much recoil out of a 22 Magnum. So as far as recoil, bang for your buck and all that, it's pretty comfortable to shoot. Very comfortable to shoot. And that 2 liter is not going to escape. All right, I'm determined, one hand. Where am I going? That was a little better. Okay. Let's see. Whoa, we got a bottle in front of that plate, don't we? Let him leak out there. Okay, 22 Magnum. Interesting little cartridge. Nice little plinker. I think a lot of people use it to hunt varmints with. And rifles, mainly, I suppose. But you do see a lot of different firearms chambered in them. I noticed at NRA meeting there was a interesting little CZ carbine or rifle that's chambered in this thing when they give a try. So you've got lots of little firearms chambered in it. And I see another 2 liter that's going to bite the dust. Yeah, really. Cascade. Click. Very shootable, feels good. Throws out a fast little piece of lead though. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess folks who might be interested in this will be those same folks that are attracted to the 22 long rifle in an LCR. You know, well, for different reasons. I'm kind of attracted to that just because it's a fun plinker. Probably not going to carry that for self-defense, but people who might entertain that notion with a 22 long rifle, even because they extremely recoil sensitive, they realize it's not the best cartridge for self-defense at all, but it is a gun and it holds what, 8 rounds of 22. So people who might be attracted to that for that reason, we won't judge you. Might also be attracted to this, you know, more potent and kind of the same operation. All right. So whatever opinions you have on the 22 Magnum, share them. I don't, again, have a dog in that fight. I don't care if it's the worst or the best out there. I don't carry it for self-defense. But then again, I'm not going to be too hard on people that do get into these small cartridges, maybe because of the light recoil, because a gun is a gun. How's that for profound? A table is a table. All right, what else has not been shot here? Mr. Cowboy, you need, oh, well, we've got to try the gong. Wow. I am not sure where to hold, but, and I probably won't be able to hear it if I hit it. Yeah, who knows? Can't really hear it. Let's try one more round. One more round of ammo. These little LCRs are nice pistols, no doubt about it. They just work. They have a good feel, very light. And let's put a couple more on at the gong. I don't know whether to hold lower or higher. Let's see. Let's try the Cowboy. Yeah, I know I can hit him. So anyway, the 22 Magnum LCR, a cool little gun. It's great that it's chambered in so many different cartridges. I've looked at these before, and I guess I've given you my impression of them before. I don't dislike them. I don't hate them. I actually own one. They're very space age looking and feeling, but they feel good and they shoot well, and they generally have a good trigger. And I just like these concealed hammer, you know, firearms anyway in general. I have a couple of Smiths, you know, like that. So So there's not a lot to hate about them, to tell you the truth, unless you just can't get past the looks. And you've got enough chamberings that you're probably going to find one that you kind of like. This one has a nice white outline front sight, easy to pick up. And again, these Hogue tamer grips do a great job of taming whatever recoil you get with these really light pistols. So pretty cool, just another option in the lineup if you're you know, in a market or have a yen for a 22 Magnum and a little gun like this. Just so you'll know it's available. No thanks necessary. Life is good. Since I'm still here, let me thank SDI for all their help. SDI is a fully accredited online gunsmithing school. Check them out at sdi.edu. We'd also like to thank Bud's Gun Shop and Federal Premium for all of their support. You can find us on Full 30 also now, and you can find the links to our Facebook pages and the other YouTube pages in the description of any video. So I invite you to check out the description in every video or any video. You'll find what you need to know, and you'd better do it.